because there's so many of us out there that feel the same way. And it's so nice, to know that you're not alone and you're not horrible for feeling the way you do. And life just changes. We change as we age, as we get older, and it's okay. You don't have to keep trying to be a certain way if you don't feel like it. Some people are like, oh, you're giving up. No, I'm not. I'm giving in to enjoying this part of my life. I don't need to act like I'm 30 anymore, damn it. Good morning, ladies. It's day 2 of Vlogmas 2025. And good morning, gentlemen. I do have a few guys. It's mainly ladies, but there's a few guys out there. So I want to say hi to everybody. Yeah, I'm doing it. Day 2 of Vlogmas. The 12 days of Christmas. I think I can do this. It's going to be a busy day, and I've got a lot to share. So I don't want to make it too long. Let's see. What else? I'll start with the hair. Did you notice? I did my hair. I think it looks okay on camera. It doesn't look that great in real life. It's a little too blonde. The color's just not exactly right. But I've gone through this before. I've done this before where I just overdid it. And I just have to go back in and put in some like ash blonde streaks. So I'm going to work on that, but not till this weekend because I just don't have time. I just don't have time. But yeah, and I've got like my Mrs. Roper nightgown on. I've got my face on. I've got my hair done. I've had my coffee. I've gone on. I get so many wonderful comments. I wish I could respond to all of them because I read them and I'm like, oh, I totally relate to everything. That my last video about giving up the holidays or whatever, not giving them up, but scaling back. So many of you related, and I appreciate hearing from you because, I felt like such a Scrooge admitting that I'm at that point. I still love Christmas. I'm not saying I don't, and I still want to do some stuff, but come on, man. It gets to be a lot of work, especially when you have other things going on. I'm not fully retired. I still work. So it's a lot. Maybe once I'm fully retired, because I had a few women shame me, that I shouldn't be giving in. I'm too young. And it's like, look, if you had my schedule, you would probably understand. It's a lot. If I was a stay-at-home Nana and I could putter around, yeah, I would love it. I would. But I just don't have the time. I got to work. Retirement's coming. It's, only like 2 years away, and we got to get as much in our savings as possible. And I still have a few debts to work on. So, I'm busy. And, which brings me to last night. I went out and did Uber with Diana. Diana's in town. You guys know her from her channel, Cassandra's Sister, Lonely in Love. She's awesome. Go check her out. She was so nice to go out with me. That's our only time to socialize. We're both so busy. We never get a chance. So we both get coffee. We sit together. It's perfect. It helps me. Plus she has spidey eyes. She can see addresses in the dark that I can't see because she did that for me last night. And I had this one order. It was actually a good order because I was just picking up groceries that had already been shopped for. I didn't have to shop. So I went in, we grabbed them. It was heavy. There was 3 cases of water and then a case of soda. So it was a heavy order, but it was at a ranch style home. I didn't have to carry it upstairs. It was in an apartment. And Diana helped me. So that I was so grateful. And it was after dark and we get there and we're both, taking stuff up to the door. And I guess the homeowner handed Diana a tip and then she handed it to me. And I thought it was $25. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to give you some money. And she's like, no, I'm, you don't need to. And I said, well, let me at least take you out for coffee. So we're going to go out for coffee tonight. But I got home, Diana, it was $30. She gave me a 20 and a 10. That's big for Uber. I have gotten a few $20 tips, but they're rare. Usually it's $5, sometimes 10. But to get $30, I was like, yes. I wonder if it's just the Christmas spirit. Maybe it'll happen more this month, please. But I was ecstatic about that. I was super grateful. So, and I want to get out there as much as possible. Like I said, once my daughter comes down and the kids are out of school, I'm going to be taking a week off. So I need to hustle and make as much money now as I can. And I had planned on going out every night, even this weekend. Well, tonight I can't go out. And I don't think I can go out tomorrow either. My husband called, and if you guys have been watching us, his car got totaled last month. Has it been a month now? And he's been driving a company car. Well, now the company car needs to go into the shop. So I've got to drive down after work and pick him up. He works an hour away. And by the time I pick him up and then drive back, it's going to be too late for me to go out. So I probably won't be going out tonight. And then tomorrow night, one of my grandkids has a Christmas program. Can't miss that. So yeah, I won't be going back out again till Thursday, but that's okay. You know, life. It's just life, you know, and I'll make up for it. I think maybe Thursday and Friday I'll do lunch and dinner. So hopefully I'll make up for it. I'm hearing Jazz in the litter box. He's loud. But so yeah, we're going to do that. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do today. I'm going to turn my camera. Okay, I went to the Dollar Tree last night and got these bows because outside I have the garland, you know, the swags and lights and icicle lights, and I always put bows, you know, on the garland. Well, they get sun faded. They're cheap. They're from the Dollar Tree. And I don't know if expensive bows would make a difference. I think they would probably get just as sun faded. So I do have to replace these, but you know, what have I got? $8 worth of bows. It's no big deal. So I'm going to go climb up on the ladder, just like I said I wasn't going to, but I'm not tall enough to reach it otherwise. So we're going to go outside and we're going to hang those. Okay. Okay, I'm done with my morning chores. I've done the dishes, mopped the floors, hung up my bows. And now I'm going to have my, well, I was going to say my second cup of coffee, but I'm actually cutting back because I was drinking 3 cups of coffee a day. So now I'm cutting back to 2. So instead of having coffee mid-morning, well, it's almost noon, I'm having tea. So I'll save my second cup of coffee for this afternoon before I have to go do all my running, all my errands. So anyway, yeah, I'm drinking peppermint tea, and I have a few things I need to share with you girls and you guys, mainly you girls. The demographic of my channel, you know, if you go into the studio, it tells you, and it's 70% women. So, but I do have a few gentlemen here, and they're wonderful. I absolutely love all of them. I really appreciate their input. But what I wanted to talk about, and I hope you guys will be interested in this. Right now I have, you know, each channel offers a members thing, and I don't do it. It's hard enough for me to do this channel. You know what I mean? To find time to do videos. But when I first set up the channel, I got monetized. I did that. I set it up. They have you set it up. And then I forgot about it. I didn't do anything with it, and people were joining. And I didn't even know. I didn't pay attention to it. I felt terrible. You know, people were paying for something they didn't get. And finally, I realized what was going on. I was like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be filming special videos for these people. So I finally figured out how to go in and delete that, you know, because it had 3 different tiers. And the one was $14.99. Who's going to pay for it? I wouldn't even pay $14.99 to listen to me. And the other one was $6.99. It was ridiculous. But the $2.91, I actually have some members, and I've been trying to, you know, post something special for them. But what I really would like to do with that is have a special place for women, mainly women, but if men want to join too, to come and chat, to do a live chat once a week where we can interact in real time. And I think that could be a lot of fun. So I redid that. It's only $1.99. The nights that I do the live, I can't go out and do Uber. So, you know, I do have to charge a little bit, but I'm thinking $1.99 won't break the bank. I'm hoping. We'll see. But the whole idea is I wanted a safe space where we could come and share things, because even here on the comments, I still get trolls, and they troll my subscribers, and I hate that. But I don't think somebody's going to pay to troll. So if they have to pay to be a member, they're not going to bother you. So that's the only reason I'm even charging is because I want to keep out the trolls. And I want people to feel comfortable to share how they feel, because it really bums me out when people come and they leave this heartfelt comment and somebody comes on and shames them or tells them they're wrong or whatever. It's like that, I don't like that. And I the only control I have over that is deleting the comment and blocking the person. But that's less likely to happen, in little members only corner. So we're going to try it. We're going to see. I'm thinking, it's either going to be Wednesday night or Thursday night. I'll come in, we'll do a live, probably 6 or 7 o'clock, and just chit chat. I think it could be fun. So yeah, there's that. And the reason that I'm even prompted to doing that is, like I said earlier, the comments on some of my videos are so amazing. I want you to go through and read them if you've got time, because there's so many of us out there that feel the same way. And it's so nice, to know that you're not alone and you're not horrible for feeling the way you do. And life just changes. We change as we age, as we get older, and it's okay. You don't have to keep trying to be a certain way if you don't feel like it. Some people are like, oh, you're giving up. No, I'm not. I'm giving in to enjoying this part of my life. I don't need to act like I'm 30 anymore. I want to behave like a 64-year-old. I want to not behave, but you know what I mean. I don't want to feel like I have to explain myself. If I want to take some time off from celebrating the holidays or going overboard, that's what I'm going to do, because I've been doing it for so many years. I still have other things I want to do. It's not like I'm giving up and just going to go lay in bed. My priorities have changed. I mainly did all the holidays because I had little kids and I wanted to create that magic for them. Well, my kids are grown. It's their turn. They're creating that magic for their kids. Now, I'm still doing it as a grandmother because I do get a lot of joy out of it, but that full responsibility is no longer on my shoulders. That's part of their life, in their homes, and they can do that. I'm still going to have Nana's house will still be somewhat festive, of course. And like I said, who knows? Maybe after I retire and I actually have time to devote to it, I'll want to do more. But right now, my priorities are, I'm trying to work while I can, because I won't be able to work forever. So I'm trying to do that and still enjoy the holidays or whatever. See, I'm still explaining. I shouldn't have to explain myself, but there's most of you, 99% of you guys were great. And you were like, right on. I feel the same way. But there was a few ladies that felt compelled to come in and tell me, that I was wrong for feeling the way I feel. And that's not cool. Everybody should be allowed to feel the way they feel, no matter what that is, right? So anyway, enough of that. I go off on these tangents, these rants. Since it is Vlogmas, I wanted to share with you some of my more special ornaments that I've had, that I've collected through the years. And I'm going to try and show you a couple each day. But some of these ornaments I've had for like 40-something years. And you know what's funny? That doesn't seem like a long time now. When I say, oh, I've had these for 40 years, it's like, yeah, so it's not that long, but to some people it would be. But the first one I want to show you, if you can see it, this one was from my mom, and this one was probably 35 years ago. She went to the Crystal Cathedral. I don't know if you guys know about that. I can't remember. Was it Robert Schuller was the pastor there? It was... If you live in Southern California, you would know. But it was a big deal. She went and saw the Nativity there. They did the Nativity play, and she just said it was amazing and beautiful. Anyway, she bought each one of us kids a Christmas ornament that year, and this was from that. So it's just special to me because it was special to my mom. And it's beautiful. I love stained glass. So that one I hope to hand down to one of my kids. And these, I love these. Are these the cutest thing? My mother-in-law bought this for us, and this is 40 years ago. They took a trip to Austria, and she bought these there, and oh, my kids just loved them, since they were little. They've grown up with these on the tree, but they are made so well that they've held up. You buy ornaments now and a couple years and they're falling apart, but these are so well made, and I love them. So it's just nice to have things like that remind us of people that are no longer with us, and Christmas is past. So, because a lot of my ornaments have changed throughout the years. I change the colors and it kind of changes the theme. It's more like I've been doing red and white the last couple years and trying to gear it more towards kids. But my ornaments are all different kinds of ornaments. I don't stick with one theme with the ornaments. I do with the colors. I can change the colors and the ribbons and all that, but I still use the same ornaments year after year. So yeah, I just makes it special. Christmas reminds us a lot of people that aren't with us, and luckily I have good memories. I have a lot of fond memories. So anyway, before I get all nostalgic and start crying, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna drink my tea, and yeah, I've got a little bit more to do around the house, and then I just really would like for you ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I'm excluding you, to read the comments on some of my posts, or my last video about not wanting to host the holidays, and respond to them and make friends and make community, because there's so many of us out there that feel the same. And like I said, it's just nice to know we're not alone. So yeah. Okay, well, with that, I'm going to let you guys go, and thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.